Greetings, this is Star Illumination. It's Thursday evening here, 31st of August. I'm making an impromptu video. I'm feeling a little uncomfortable, unstable with some of the technology and the way I'm doing things. I'm sure I've done these before, but sometimes I just get a little anxious and nervous. So many different ways you can do this stuff. Anyway, please like, subscribe, press the bell, and join, because we have to do what we can to salvage the channel, okay? So what I'm going to do is jump in pretty quickly and just share a few things with you, keep it short and sweet. I feel that revolution is in the air. We're on the cusp. Pretty much everybody on Earth, wherever you go, the conversation comes down to like, can you feel this? What's going on? Well, from our previous videos, you know, I always refer to this cusp where we are at the end of a Pluto cycle, a 250-year cycle. And Pluto is hovering on the cusp between Pluto in Capricorn and Pluto in Aquarius. Pluto in Aquarius is going to be a time of revolution for society. It's a 20-year journey, okay? We're going to live through this, okay? Now, there's a secondary level, and this was pointed out to me by Path Traveler, bless her heart, and she passed recently, but she's still with us here in spirit. She pointed out, keep an eye out for Uranus in Gemini. Look at 2025. So I'm doing homework on that already, and I'll put something about that later. But just for now, I just want to jump in to give you just a glimpse of some of the stuff I look at. There's a lot of things I look at which I feel like I probably shouldn't really even dare to show on the channel. Like I said earlier, some channels are blessed. Dr. Steve Turley, I like him. He's blessed. JP Sears, I love him. He's blessed. Mr. Tucker Carlson, I'm very controversial, but I love him. He's blessed. And others and so on. And I would love to be, let's say, recalibrated and blessed. Anyway, let me share. I'm going to do a share screen with you to see if I can do this. I'm going to do a preface, okay, with this this piece here. Let's see if this works. No, it's not working. Try this. Beep. How's that? Okay. So I found a piece of astrology software that will help us a little bit. Please follow my arrow. If you can see that, it's just, sorry, I'm going to tuck this away. I'll tuck this over here. This is from Astrology Land. You can see it up there. And this is a chart for the day today, right now, where we are here. I'm not sure if this is the exact longitude and latitude, but it is the 31st of August, 2023, as you can see. Now, the lines are very faint and the colors are very dim, but if you look at these green triangles here, here, and here, they illustrate where we have this big, fat, grand Earth trine that we've been talking about for weeks, okay? There it is, Pluto in Capricorn around 28 degrees, okay? There's the other part here, Uranus in Taurus around 23 degrees. And the other parts, it's multiple parts to the trines, is the Sun, Mercury, and sort of Mars, even though it's in Libra. But the ones that are important here are Mercury and the Sun in Virgo. So that's very harmonious. There's Virgo energy. There's the Capricorn energy. There's the Taurus energy. And it's forming a big, fat, green, harmonious trine. While at the same time, the cusp that I'm talking about is right here, okay? And over the next couple of years, we're going to be transiting over this cusp. For the rest of this year and all of 2024 and eventually into 2025, we're going to be fully transitioned into Pluto and Aquarius. Now, the whole ton of other stuff is going to go on in the meantime, but I'm just focusing on this for now. All I'm suggesting is we have a moment of great stability and calm with this big, fat, grand Earth trine supported by the big sextiles here. You see that? That's the sextile. That's the sextile based around Neptune in Pisces over here. Sextile, sextile, Okay, and then the trine, the trines, the trines. So it's like a safety blanket or something like that, a cushion, a shock absorber for some of the really unsettling, scary stuff that's going on over here with Uranus and Taurus, with Jupiter, tremendous instability with, you know, the actual planet Earth itself and the global financial system here versus here. The nodal axis is, again, it's not very well illustrated, but it is going along here. This is where you would see on my charts a big bright orange squiggle, hard squared with this squiggle here. Another orange squiggle here. But anyway, I am prepping up two more little charts for later on to get into the subject of revolution. Revolution, mark your calendars. We are looking at it. We're on the cusp. Well, let's put it that way. We're on the cusp of revolution. It goes from here to here. We come out of it the other side. It's going to be peaceful and gentle, but it's a 20-year journey. And during this journey, the whole of Earth, every country on Earth is going to be convulsing in some kind of revolutionary reformatting of its society and its politics and its people, most especially the United States and probably China, but everywhere. The United States is a little bit special because it's actually born with this, okay? So it's like upheaval and radical alternatives is built into the DNA of America. So I'll come back to that in a minute. I just want to give you some examples, just little snips, some of the stuff. Let me show you over here. You might recognize this fellow. There's Tucker. And he's talking about this very controversial figure over here. And, you know, there's a lot of things that are still regarded as very, let's say, contentious subjects, you know, regarding voting events and interference with those kind of events and so on and so on. And everything is becoming very radicalized, very extremely polarized. You're either in or you're out. You're left or you're right. You're either an extreme right wing or extreme left wing. Anybody in the middle is basically willfully blind because they don't want to be involved. And so this is not the first time the subject has arisen, but it's the first time I've seen it arise on a global scale in terms of a conversation. I'm not going to play the video. Here's the title of the video. The video's from Dr. Steve Turley, but the actual material is based on an interview between Tucker and another journalist. And it was recorded, and the journalist gave Tucker permission to share in public. Steve says, "You won't believe the bombshells Tucker just revealed." And that's the subject. The theme is, well, from Tucker's perspective, he's literally scared. He's actually scared because he's never seen anything like this. He's scared that we're at a point where the folks who don't like this fellow here have run out of options. The folks who don't like this fellow have become extremely criminal in their behavior, and they've weaponized, the language is things like weaponizing the justice system, FBI, CIA, and all that stuff to try and take down this fellow, because this fellow is the epicenter and he is the figurehead. He is the hood ornament of the revolution, whether we like it or know it or not. And it's in other countries, the way to solve the problem of this fellow would be this word here. Forget the name, just look at this word here, okay? It's very controversial. I have to point that out when I load up this video for show, okay? This is not a live video. It'll be pre-screened and it'll go through the algorithm filters and all of that stuff before it's released or allowed onto the channel or onto anywhere on YouTube. Next, just read this. I'll read it for you. It says, it is not enough for conservatives to win elections. If we're going to rescue the country from the grip of the radical left, we need both a governing agenda and the right people in place, ready to carry this agenda out day one of the next conservative administration. Obviously, you know who they're talking about. Let me go over here. What they're talking about is, you know, this fellow, the controversial fellow, DJT, one of his bumper stickers is, we're going to destroy the deep state. And that's for real. And it's getting very, very, very frightening for the deep state. They are absolutely terrified. That's why they're behaving in such criminal manner. And in the background, there are a lot of, let's say, movements that are happening in the wake of DJT. One of them is this thing here, Project 25. It's very, very different from Agenda 2030. I'm just letting you know. Agenda 2030, if you're not aware, is all about, zero carbon, electric cars. Everybody has to eat bugs. There's no more gasoline. There's no more oil. There's no more coal. There's no more natural gas. And we have to eliminate cows and farming and chickens and all of that. And everybody has to be happy living that way. Okay, well, this is a totally different thing. It's called Project 25, and it's building now, right now, for a conservative victory through policy, personnel, and training. The whole idea is it's like a blueprint for dismantling the deep state. It's an actual strategy, legal blueprint about how to enact the bumper sticker of we're going to drain the swamp. I'm wondering if I can show. Well, let's go over here. You can see this. I'll just go quickly. I'll just scroll through very quickly. It's awkward language. I don't really want to get into it too much, but these are some of the people. Wait a minute. I want to go to the playbook. Oh, here, there it is. The 180-day playbook. In other words, this is like military-grade strategy that they're planning out. Let's say there is a new revolution at the end of 2024. We're right on the cusp of Pluto and Aquarius. It's going to be monumental, okay? This is history. And it starts from day one. As soon as the new administration comes into play, this is assuming we have a conservative administration of some kind. And they have all sorts of, pillars and strategies and what they're going to do and how to do it. Let's have a look at policy agenda. Anyway, I'm not going to, where is it? Where is the playbook? Blah, blah, blah. Anyway, it's about, where is it? Let me try and find it again here. Nope, that's not what I wanted to show you. I don't know where it is. I must have lost it. Maybe I'll just go back here and maybe we can scroll down. That's where it is. Now, here we go. Here are the 12, the pillars. Policy agenda, okay. Personnel database. Basically, they're talking about the people that are going to get fired and who's going to replace the people that are going to get fired. Playbook and training, taking administrators and professional, government people who are healthy and wholesome that have to be part of the team, and so on and so on. This is very new material. And let me see if I can go back over here. Okay, so I guess this video is a heads up because I consume a lot of stuff during the day, not just astrology all day, every day. And I like to look at the big picture, as you know. Of course, I'm very open to doing, let's just stop the share. I'm very open to doing work with individuals. I still do that. And you can book that through, terraillumination.com and so on. But in my personal world, I'm keeping a track of the big picture here on planet Earth, on the global scale. And I'm trying to extract little nuggets and distill it down to something that can work on a little YouTube video like this. So I hope you get something out of this. We're looking at the energy of revolution, upheaval. Okay, so start planning now. What do you do at times of revolution? There's going to be things are going to become very uncomfortable for a lot of people as a lot of this upheaval occurs. It's going to be economic instability, financial, political, material instability, food, human behavior. A lot of people who are very stressed out already because they're under so much pressure from inflation and all the political mayhem, but particularly inflation. It's a very, very powerful weapon to destroy the human spirit. And it's working very effectively right now, according to certain elites at the very top of the pyramid. But anyway, what are you going to do? You got to stay calm. You've got to be aware of it. You've got to reveal it to heal. You actually have to know what the problem is. So you're not wandering around like a crazed, rabid dog. Wow, what am I going to do? No, we're going to get through this. Okay. All right, everybody. Thank you for watching. Take care.